Hi and welcome back to the second part of the building a to-do app using Vue.js and Django 3 as the backend. I got so much feedback on the previous video with people asking me how to deploy this to the server. In the previous video I built a simple to-do app using Vue.js and Django, as you can see here. It's a very simple task manager where you can add tasks, you add them to a list of to-do, and when you're done you can click done and it's automatically moved over to the column with done tasks. The Vue.js app is a standalone and it's using Django as an API through Django REST framework. I mainly got experience with DigitalOcean and their servers, so that's what I'm aiming to make this video for. DigitalOcean have VPS servers, or droplets like they like to call them. I will be using a local server with Ubuntu 20.04. That will be just the same as creating a new server on their place. The way I deploy it here can be used in many different places. For Django I will be using a web server called Gunicorn. This is perfect for running Django projects in production. To make sure that we can reach the API from the outside world, I will be using Nginx as a reverse proxy to reach the Gunicorn server. I will also set up something called Supervisor to make sure that the Django application is running at all time. For the Vue.js application I will be using Nginx as the web server, and I will be using PM2 to make sure that the Vue.js application is running smoothly. First, I have logged into the server here, and the first thing I like to do now is to install something called pip, which is something I need to install packages for Python, like Django and similar. So then I do apt install yes python 3 pip and hit enter. Okay, so now I can start to install Python packages. The first I need to install is virtual environment. pip3 install virtual env. And now I can begin, and that's all I need for now. So now I can begin with the folders and structure. mkdir/webapps. This is where I want all of the projects to be, and inside the web apps I create a new folder called Django. And I can go into the folder too, like that. And then I can create a new user group. I can have one web apps group for all of the projects on the server, but I want one special user just for this project. So I create that too. Sudo user add system group ID web apps. And the home folder for this user is web apps Django. Okay, did something wrong. Yes, I forgot to add the username here, sorry. Username is Django user. And then I can make sure that this catalog is owned by Django user. Sudo chon Django user. Yes, now Django user is owning this folder. Then I can create a virtual environment inside here. Virtual env Django 364. And I can activate it. Source bin activate. To make sure that I install the exact packages I will be needing, I need to go to my local environment and check which packages there are. So here I am on the local server as a pip freeze. And this is a list of all those packages. So I can copy them. Requirements.txt. Just paste them in the text file. pip3 install requirements like this. So now I'm starting to install all of these packages. When that's done, I can move the folder Django from the local server to the live server. You can do this using Git or something, but I just like to copy them using FTP. Django to root 1 and 2, 50. Okay, and then they should be in the root Django. Move them here. Yes, so now it's located there. Perfect. Before I try this, I just need to change the ownership again. Sudo John Django user. Just add an R there. So it's all folders, it's recursive. Django Python manage run server 1 and 2. This will be the IP for your server. Okay, I haven't added this to the list yet, but that's okay. We can still see that the Django is working. Then I can stop the server and install Gunicorn. pip3 install Gunicorn. I can also test that that is working. Gunicorn Django.wsgi application bind 192.68. Just using a different port in case there are something cached. And it's still working. Perfect. Now I can create a script that can be used to run the server. So vi bin, this is in the root of the virtual environment. I say vi bin Gunicorn start bin bash name Django there. This is the root of the Django project. Web apps Django 364 Django. Socket file is used for Gunicorn. Web apps Django 364 run Gunicorn.soc. User to run the scripts is Django. Group is web apps. Num workers 3. This is how many worker processes Gunicorn should use. So you double the number of CPUs you have and add 1 after that. I have 1 CPU, so it's 3. Django settings module equals Django settings Django wsgi module Django.wsgi. If you don't understand everything here, it's okay, because you probably will after a while when you have done this a couple of times. cd. So I go into the Django there and activate the environment. Bin activate. Export Django settings module equals Django setting module. Just export some constants to the environment. Python path equals Django Django dir colon Python path. And then I need to make sure that the directory actually exists, the one with the Gunicorn socket equals dir name file, and if it doesn't exist we need to create it. So we test it, run there, if not mkdir p run there. And then the last thing is to execute this script. Bin Gunicorn Django VSGI module application name workers user group equals group bind Nginx sock file log level equals debug log file, like that. Then I can just make sure that the file is executable. Sudo chmod u plus x bin Gunicorn start, and I can also test it by running bin Gunicorn start. Okay, I did something wrong there. Unrecognized arguments. Yes, small letters, lowercase, I mean, sorry. Then we test it again. No such user, Django, no, because it was Django user, sorry. And now you can see that the script is running. Perfect. So I can stop it again. And now I will install Supervisor to make sure that the Django application always will be running. So I install it, apt install Supervisor. When this is installed, I need to create a config file inside etc supervisor conf vi Django.conf program Django command to run is web apps Django, just add a space here, Django 364 bin Gunicorn start user Django user std out log file web apps Django 364 logs supervisor.log redirect std true. Just set some environment variables lang us. Then I can close it. Just want to create the log folder, web apps, Django logs. And then the last thing before I do something more, just want to change the ownership for the entire folder again, just to make sure that everything is correct. Supervisor ctl read, check if it's available, and it is. Then we update supervisor. Supervisor ctl status, yes, it's running. Perfect. The problem now is that the outside world doesn't know how to reach the Gunicorn server. For this I will be using Nginx as a reverse proxy. apt install Nginx. Yes. Now I just need to create a virtual host. etc nginx sites available vi vuengo.conf. Upstream, here I create the proxy Vuengo app server Unix web apps Vuengo 364 run Gunicorn.soc fail timeout equals 0 server. To this to port 80, you have to add 443 and some stuff if you want to support HTTPS. Server name api.vuengo.com. This is the address for the API. Client max body size 4G. Proxy set header x. Proxy at x4 set the proxy host name. Then we pass in the proxy Vuengo app server. This is the one we created up here. Okay, now we can try to enable this page. Sites enable ln. Just make a symlink. Sites available vuengo.conf. Service nginx restart. And then it's hopefully running. If I go here again, api.vuengo.com. Yes, perfect. So now I just need to go inside web apps, Vuengo, settings.py, and just add this there. Since we are now production, we need to change debug to false. Supervisor CTL restart Vuengo. Hit refresh. Now we have the API running here. Perfect. Okay, I don't want to log in and see this yet, but everything is working as it should now. And that's it for this part of the series. In the next part of the series, I will be showing you how to deploy the Vue.js part of this web app. I hope you found this useful and that it wasn't too confusing. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below.